Good afternoon. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Minister of Finance, starting from the President, Federal Government of Nigeria Power,
Foreign Affairs.
Your Excellency,
to the next steps. We will
your guests this afternoon.
to introduce. So Nadia, if you introduce yourself quickly.
The Vice President, Northwest Central.
Thank you. President of Siemens.
The others are in-house with the Honorable Minister of Power, Engineer Abuja. Your Excellency, Mr. President, this.
Thank you very much. It worked out.
Mr. President, my name is Joseph. I'm the Managing Director for Siemens and Nigeria. The CEO of Abuja, the CEO of.
Thank you very much.
Energy Minister, and also Kenny Anui, the Managing Director, for helping us in the last months, particular, to push things through and getting things done. When we discussed the PPI during the visit in Berlin of His Excellency, I think we were both not happy with the progress. Right? We were both saying it must go faster. And I think we were jointly learning in terms of how can we get the things done, how can we understand on your side what is defining the progress, and where are we sometimes we need to learn more on how to make it faster. And this is something I really, first of all, would like to thank the colleagues really for this collaboration. But also one reason for me to come was also to make sure that my team is fully committed also to be in person here in the country, and then to resolve the matters on the ground, to push in the next couple of weeks and months really as much forward as is still possible. As you know, then probably anybody better than anybody else, there are these three phases, and we are really striving to get the phase 1A finalized now as fast as possible, to make sure that we can really build this backbone of the energy system. I think it was a wise decision, the Presidential Power Initiative, to define the grid structures as the backbone of an energy system. Whatever we're going to do in future, however the energy system going to look like, that is something which will be needed to distribute the power and bring it to the people. And this is obviously why there's a keen commitment or full commitment from our side to make it happen. But definitely I think we will have to learn also jointly how can we accelerate the decision making, get it through the different processes to make sure that it really reaches then not only the plan but really the realization of the equipment. I'm glad now that really, as His Excellency the Minister said, the first equipment arrived, is in the harbor, needs still to get on the ground. Next things are scheduled up. We should not forget that we are today in a global, extremely difficult environment of supply chain, of restrictions, and this is giving us some headwinds and challenges. Despite that, and really with a big support also here from your local team, it was still possible to get it even a little bit ahead of schedule, the last equipment in, and I think the other equipment is all in time. But we should continue to push, and I would obviously like to learn also from you, your views in terms of what can be done to do it. One thing which is important for me in our role as a company is also the education of the people. The training program is also running. It's a couple of hundred people have been trained, and we will continue to do so as a part of this program, and also going forward to build this. I would also ask for your kind continued support of the activities, but also getting a guidance from you in terms of, is there anything we can do from our side to make sure that there's a swift continuation over all the next month and years to come, because there is still a lot of work to do. And we have an election ahead in Nigeria, which obviously is always a change. We learn at the moment as Germany how drastic a change potentially can be of a government. And obviously we have a high interest to understand what we can do to make sure that this initiative is continuing to progress. And in this regard, I just would like once again to reconfirm our commitment to the plan, to the initiative, and to the country. And obviously, we're very interested to listen to you also for your guidance in terms of what is your view, what can be done. Nothing goes without money at the end. And in this regard, I also would like to thank the Ministry of Finance and Her Excellency, the Minister of Finance, really to support the project. And obviously, to make sure that the projects can progress. And this is something what obviously I hope we can find this model going forward as well as obviously with the German ECA support on the Hermes side, where we are obviously actively engaging and really making sure that we can also deliver more of the projects still to come, to make sure the energy system builds the infrastructure on which you can continue to build the economic backbone of the country. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for hosting us.
It's my pleasure to welcome the President and Chief Executive Officer of Siemens Energy, Dr. Christian Bruch, the CEO of Siemens Africa, Nadia Hackinson, and the CEO of Siemens Nigeria, Mr. Suen Suleiman. I recall that I made a promise to Nigerian people earlier in this administration to improve electricity supply by revolving capacity deficit across the sector's value chain. The German government, through the former Chancellor, Angela Merkel, graciously committed to support us in this regard, and we subsequently signed a memorandum of understanding with Siemens. I also wish to extend appreciation to Chancellor Olaf Scholz for the German government's continued support for the Presidential Power Initiative, a plan to deliver capacity improvements of 2,000 megawatts in the transmission distribution interface is now firmly the focus of Presidential Power Initiative Phase 1. In April 2022, the Honorable Minister of Power briefed me on the outcome of his visit to Germany, where he held meetings with Siemens executives. That visit was fruitful in emphasizing the need to expedite delivery of the pilot PP1 project, elements of which have started arriving in the country. The Honorable Minister also mentioned that you, Dr. Bruch, will pay a visit to Nigeria, and we are glad that you are here with us today. The Presidential Power Initiative remains a priority project for our administration, and Nigerians believe in the value that the Siemens brand can deliver. On our part, nothing is spared to ensure we improve the lives and livelihoods of our citizens. I am glad that we made some notable progress on the implementation arrangements of the Presidential Power Initiative. The first batch of 2 power transformers have already been delivered by Siemens and is expected to be commissioned in November 2022. That's next month. I have been reliably assured that 10 power transformers and 10 mobile substations will be delivered and installed by May 2023. This is in spite of production challenges and constraints due to coronavirus pandemic that has severely impacted global production and supply chain. The government of Germany has approved Euler Himes to provide cover for the financing of the Presidential Power Initiative pilot project. This will serve as a template for the subsequent phases. The overall framework for technical and commercial arrangements are being concluded. However, what I like to see is that we attain completion of the entire transaction process by December 2022. This will entrench the mandate of the Presidential Power Initiative in full committal terms. I am also very impressed to learn that 200 engineers have been trained thus far on network development studies, but most critically are the 5,000 engineers who will have been trained by the end of the program. This represents a very important upskilling and knowledge transfer process. I therefore urge Siemens not to relent in ensuring that our commitment to Nigerians in delivering the Presidential Power Initiative project in partnership with Siemens is fulfilled. We remain dedicated to the partnership with Siemens and the German government. The outcome of this collaboration will deliver critical business enablers and opportunities to engage young enterprising Nigerians in various endeavors. I want to thank you for this working visit to Nigeria and wish you a successful visit and safe journey back home. Thank you very much.